Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Something has been happening to your face when you're not trying, and you're not imagining it. Chosen ones, if this message found you, it's because God is answering a private question you've been carrying quietly. The kind you don't always say out loud, because you don't want to sound dramatic. But you've noticed it. Maybe it happened in the bathroom mirror under that harsh overhead light. Maybe it happened when your phone camera flipped to the front and you caught yourself by accident. Maybe it happened in a car window reflection at a red light, when the world was moving around you and you looked different. Not in a new hairstyle way, in a way that feels deeper, like your face is telling the truth before your mouth does. Your eyes look clearer, more awake. Your expression looks softer, even when you haven't had an easy week. And there's a certain look on you that feels settled, like something inside you decided, I'm done living in panic, I'm done living in doubt. Here's why this matters. Your face is not just skin and features. Your face is a display of what your spirit has been carrying. And when God starts lifting weight off your inner life, your countenance shifts with it. Think of it like this. When a glass is cold and the air is warm, it fogs up. You can still see through it, but everything looks muted. Then the temperature changes, and without anyone forcing it, the fog clears. Same glass, same room, different atmosphere. That's what God has been doing to you. Not by making you someone else, by lifting the weight of stress, regret, and second-guessing that used to sit on your face like a permanent weather system. There's a kind of pressure that sits right behind the eyes when your mind refuses to let a chapter close. You can be praying, functioning, smiling, and still feel that internal replay running in the background. And over time, it leaves a mark, not as wrinkles, but as a guarded look that says, I don't fully trust this piece to stay. And then, quietly, something changed. You loosened your grip. You stopped treating every decision like it had to be perfect to be blessed. And you started walking with God like He can lead you without you bleeding yourself dry, trying to predict everything. And when that inner debate finally went quiet, your face began to rest. That is not in your head. That's in your body. That's in your nervous system. That's in your spirit. You wake up, and your jaw isn't clenched the way it used to be. You're not holding your tongue against your teeth all day like you're bracing for impact. You breathe lower in your chest, and it's not because life got perfect overnight. It's because your soul stopped treating every moment like a threat. That shift changes your eyes first, because eyes carry pressure. They carry vigilance. They carry that constant scanning. Who's safe? What's next? What's about to go wrong? But when God starts restoring your sense of safety, your gaze changes. People can't always explain it, but they feel it. They look again, because something about you feels different, and your face is no longer begging for permission. It's present, it's steady, it's clean. And yes, clean, not flawless, not edited, not filtered. Clean like a window after the dust has finally been wiped off. Clean like you're no longer wearing yesterday's fear on today's expression. Chosen ones, you may have noticed people reacting to you differently lately. They may not say it directly, but you've felt it. The extra stare, the pause before they speak, the subtle recalibration like they're trying to figure out what changed. What changed is you stopped arguing with your own spirit. You stopped calling your instincts overthinking. And you stopped treating every choice like it needed a committee to approve it. You started walking with God in a way that made you steadier, not louder, and the body reflects steadiness. Your face reflects it. Now, I'm going to take this one step deeper, because it's important you don't miss what God is doing here. This isn't only about looking better, it's about looking like yourself again. Some of you have been staring at old photos thinking, I miss that version of me. Not because you miss the situation you were in, no, because you miss the softness you used to have before life trained you to be guarded. God is returning that softness without returning you to the pain. He's restoring your peace without making you naive. He's giving you back your face. So tonight, try something simple, not as a performance, just as an agreement. Stand in front of the mirror for 10 seconds and don't scan for flaws. Don't analyze, don't judge. Just look at yourself like God looks at you, with recognition, and whisper, "God, thank you for bringing me back to myself." If this message is for you, you're going to feel it in your chest when I say, your face is changing because your spirit has stopped begging the past for permission to move forward. And now, my dear friend, here's what matters most. A changing face is not the goal, it's the evidence. Because when God restores the inside, the outside stops working overtime to cover what you've been carrying. Some people think your face only changes when your circumstances change. But sometimes your face changes first, because your spirit finally decided, I'm safe with God, even while things are still unfolding. That is why it can feel so strange. You're looking in the mirror and realizing you don't recognize the old tension anymore, not because you forgot what you've lived through, because you're not living inside it every day. And there's a difference. It's like when a song has been playing in the background for so long, you didn't even notice how loud it was, until someone finally turns it off. The silence feels unfamiliar at first, not empty, just new. That's what peace can feel like when you're not used to it. So if you notice your face changing, don't rush to explain it away. Don't rush to measure it. Don't rush to question yourself the moment you see it. Let it be what it is, a sign that God is restoring your countenance. And that restoration comes with an invitation, but not the kind that comes with pressure. The invitation is simply to stop undoing the peace God is building in you, because the old pattern tries to return in tiny ways. It may show up as looking in the mirror and instantly scanning for what's off, as if your face has to earn the right to be at rest. It may show up as overanalyzing one text message. It may show up as replaying a conversation for the 10th time while your dinner gets cold. When that happens, you don't need a dramatic battle. You just need a quiet return, a simple sentence that brings you back into truth. God, keep me in what you're restoring. That's it. And when the old habit of self-judgment tries to return, try this. When you catch your reflection, mirror, phone camera, glass window, pause for a second longer than you normally would. Not to critique, not to compare, just to recognize. Because you have trained your eyes to look for danger, not for change. But God is teaching you to notice what He's healing. And here is what many of you are seeing, even if you never named it. Your brow isn't as tight. Your gaze isn't apologizing. Your face isn't bracing for impact. That is your nervous system learning safety. That is your spirit learning to settle. That is your body learning that it doesn't have to stay on guard to survive. Chosen ones, it's steadiness. It's your spirit standing upright inside your body. And that steadiness leaves a mark. It's the look of someone who doesn't get pulled so easily anymore. Not because they're hardened, because they're anchored. That's why some people don't quite know how to act around you. Some are drawn to it because it feels rare. Some are confused by it because they remember the old version of you that was easier to read, easier to predict, easier to pull into chaos. And some people feel exposed by it because a peaceful face makes panic look loud. But you don't have to defend what God is doing. You don't have to convince anyone that you've changed. Your glow will speak for itself. What you do need, though, is to keep choosing what protects this new softness. Because God is returning your softness without returning your vulnerability to the wrong hands. That means you can be kind and still have boundaries. You can be gentle and still say no. You can be calm and still be powerful. And the moment you stop performing peace and start living it, your face will continue to change, not into someone else, into you, the real you. The you that was there before stress, trained your muscles into a constant defense. The you that didn't need a mask to make it through the day. The you that can exhale without checking if it's allowed. So tonight, when you whisper, "God, thank you for bringing me back to myself," add one more sentence if you want. "Teach my body to believe what my spirit already knows." Because that is what this is. Your spirit already knows God is with you. Now, your body is catching up. And tomorrow, if you notice the old pressure trying to climb back into your face, jaw tight, eyes heavy, breath shallow, don't get discouraged. Just take it as a cue to return to the simple things that keep you steady. One slow breath, one honest prayer, one small boundary, one quiet moment that tells your system, we're not going back to that old way. And let me end it like this. Your face is not changing because you're trying harder. Your face is changing because you're trusting deeper. Because the moment you stopped begging the past for permission, God gave you a new permission. Permission to be present. Permission to be at rest. Permission to look like someone who is being led. So if you've been wondering, is it in my head? No, my dear friend. It's in your eyes. It's in your breath. It's in the softness returning to places that used to be clenched. And it's God's signature on your healing. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.